And welcome back to ABC 7 Extra Sunday. I'm Mark Ross. Our guest tonight, Jennifer Wright from Xtra. And we've been talking about road projects primarily on the west side, but we're going to talk now about TxDOT's ongoing campaign called End the Streak that is aimed at preventing fatalities on state highways. And Jennifer, I understand we just passed a significant anniversary and not a happy one.
No, Mark, it's been 24 years and about 3 days since we have had a deathless day on our state highways. Since November 7th, 2000, more than 87,000 mothers, fathers, husbands, wives, and children have died in senseless, preventable crashes. It's a grim anniversary.
So how many people died in roadway crashes in Texas last year?
Last year, more than 4,200 people died on Texas roadways, and that's an average of 12 people per day.
That is just a stunning statistic. It really is.
Really?
What are the causes? I mean, is it really possible to have a day where no one dies in a highway crash?
We do think it's possible because this year we came really close. A day in January, we had just one fatality recorded, and it was a completely preventable crash, as the vast majority of crashes are.
All right, now you say most crashes are preventable. What are the leading factors in fatal crashes?
Well, most crashes are caused by driver behavior, driver error. The biggest mistakes that cause most people to die in Texas are failure to drive in a single lane, driving at unsafe speeds, drunk driving, pedestrians failing to yield to vehicles. It's why we do this End the Streak campaign.
All right, so what's different about this year's campaign?
Well, this year we're joining forces with Texas Department of Public Safety to encourage safe behaviors. For the next couple weeks, DPS troopers will be handing out flyers during traffic stops across the state. They're targeting drivers who are making mistakes and providing safe driving tips. As state agencies, we're working together to do our part to end traffic deaths. Now, TxDOT can engineer safety improvements and provide education, and DPS can enforce traffic safety laws. But drivers are the most important partners, which is why we're working with DPS to hand out flyers during traffic stops to encourage safe driving behaviors with messages like drive at safe speeds, buckle up, move over or slow down, get a sober ride, avoid distractions.
Now, when you say TxDOT can engineer safety improvements, give me some examples.
Well, we continue to implement high engineering standards when it comes to building our highway system, and TxDOT has committed $17 billion in safety improvements through the state's 10-year plan. Recent safety projects in El Paso include those very popular raised medians in high crash areas that limit conflict points. I'm kidding when I say they're popular. We include lighting and wrong-way driver systems on our projects, and we're adding safety lighting to highways like Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard, Dyer, and North Mesa. We're also adding pedestrian improvements on Paisano and Dyer. Pedestrian fencing has been added to I-10, just to name a few.
So what were the number of fatal and serious injury crashes in El Paso last year?
Well, in El Paso in 2023, there were 15,876 traffic crashes, resulting in 84 fatalities and 291 serious injuries. Any fatality is one too many, and we would really like people to take it upon themselves to slow down, buckle up, pay attention, and never drive under the influence of alcohol or other drugs, because we want everyone to arrive alive and be around this holiday season to celebrate with family and friends.
Yeah, not just the holidays, but all year round.
All year round, all year round.
Okay, Jennifer Wright with TxDOT. Always a pleasure to have you on. Thanks for coming on tonight.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you for having me.
And thank you for joining us. I'm Mark Ross. Stay safe, stay strong. I'll see you next Sunday night.